Every business wants good customer reviews. Every customer wants a good experience. So what happens when both sides click? Or in some cases, when they don't? From Yelp and Entrepreneur Media, this is Behind the Review.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
I'm Emily Washkovic, Yelp's small business expert. Behind the Review features conversations with business owners and customers who wrote one of their Yelp reviews. In our discussions, we talk about lessons they've learned that can be used by other businesses to improve their own reviews and their bottom line. This week, I'm talking with Julia Valleroy, the administrative coordinator of Maypop, a Missouri coffee and garden shop where you come for the coffee but stay for the plants. You'll also hear from Maypop reviewer Angela P. For Angela, the visit to Maypop was a long time coming.
I had the desire to visit this quaint little shop for years, but wanted to have my first experience at the right time with the perfect person. My wish came true, ironically enough, in May, and with my son's girlfriend. We both enjoy coffee and tea occasionally and have found joy and peace in indoor gardening. Since Maypop provides the best of both worlds, I treated her for her birthday and we had an amazing time. Once we got our food and drink, we found the perfect spot to consume our brunch. Maypop gives a very warm and cozy welcome for single people to groups, making studying and working a treat. We then ventured outdoors and toured the nursery where we found so many varieties of plant life, which is what my son's girlfriend thrives off of the most. I myself prefer flowers, which were also in an array of colors, shapes, and sizes. Once we entered the greenhouse, we knew that we were in the right place for us. Two of my favorite spots were the corner that is designated to pet friendly plants and the cactus corner. All in all, I can say that we were in awe of the beautiful flowers and plants, along with the necessities to help them continue to grow and be healthy. Kudos to all of the staff, both inside and out, for helping give one of the best birthday gifts that my girl has had.
That's Angela, reading part of her Maypop review from May of 2024. Angela's story is one of many. In fact, Maypop's administrative coordinator, Julia, discovered the company in much the same way, seeking an escape into a world of serenity.
I was a stay-at-home mom and all the kids were off at school and it was a place for me to get away. I enjoyed plants and nature and gardening and coffee too. And I think a lot of people share that same interest. So from the moment that you walk up, the curb appeal just takes you in. You walk in through the doors and it's an old home. I mean, we've not torn down any walls or anything. Like we have the original fireplace intact and the staircase leading up to the second floor, which we've opened up a space up there for people. It's a quiet room with another fireplace. It's just very cozy and welcoming. And since it's in a home, it just gives you that vibe too.
Cozying up near the fireplace with a cup of coffee in a room of calming greenery sounds like the dream. But how do you turn a dream into a business? Julia says Maypop all started with a vision.
The owner, Tammy, she just had this idea and this vision, and she had a couple friends join her, and they just created this brand. I think they were inspired by over in England. There's a lot of these coffee shops that have garden centers. You really don't see that around here in the Midwest at all. How many places can you go where you can get some coffee and you can also buy some flowers for your front porch or a tropical house plant that you've been dreaming to have?
Well, it certainly is a unique business model. But what makes Maypop so special isn't necessarily all the bells and whistles. It's how the space offers customers the opportunity to reconnect with nature and reconnect with one another. Julia says it's a beautiful thing to see.
We see a lot of people bring family members and they come together, like our reviewer. She brought her son's girlfriend to Maypop to have some time together. And we see a lot of that. People haven't seen each other in a while and they want to reconnect.
And there isn't just one type of customer that walks into Maypop. Folks from all walks of life come into the shop. College students, nannies, babies, families, and even their furry companions.
Oh gosh, we have customers that come in and they just work. They bring their laptop and they work. We have a lot of students that come together either by themselves or you'll see two or three friends together studying with their laptops. On our second floor, we have a quiet space, which we invite our customers to come in and read a book while they're up there. And they're asked to keep everything very quiet, obviously, hence the name. And I've seen people come in that say that this is where they had their first date. So they like every month come and celebrate their anniversary of their first date. So very special. I've seen moms come in and they order our yogurt, spoon feeding the yogurt to their little one. Very precious. And they bring their Legos and they have their Legos set out on the table, putting their Legos together with mom, or they grab one of our children's books and read to their kids. So, yeah, so diverse. It's just a really neat thing to see people coming together.
Maypop makes it its mission to build community in Missouri. Beyond welcoming customers from near and far, it also extends an invite to fellow small businesses and entrepreneurs to join their quarterly Makers Market. This event hosts local vendors and strengthens the community even further.
One of the reasons why we do the Makers Market, we have those 4 times out of the year. We thoughtfully select vendors, local artisans that like to create and share their passions. That is something that really brings the community together whenever we do that. And it lifts people up and brings awareness to small businesses in our area. And it just feels good to help support our community and support each other. We have candle makers, we have people that do jewelry, and we have someone that has fresh local honey and pottery and paintings and original artwork. So it's always a really good time whenever we put those together. When we've selected our vendors for the market, I send them an email with all the details of where their spot is and all that, and then just the logistics and everything. And then I also send them flyers, like social media flyers that I've created that they can easily just grab and share. And the more that they do that, the more that they get the word out. I definitely encourage them, bring it up more than once. Make sure you guys are sharing, share, share, share. And anytime they share any of their goods, post any pictures of their products that they're going to have at the market, I always share those too as well.
One of Julia's other responsibilities is to manage the business's social media accounts, where she works with the staff to educate folks on plant parenting tips.
We have the cactus section, like the reviewer mentioned, and that's always really fun. We did a cute little video reel on how to plant a cactus without pricking yourself. We had a fun little video on social media about just letting people know that there's ways around carefully planting a cactus.
To the business owner still learning the ropes with social media, Julia says it's all about making education fun and entertaining.
I think just make it fun and make it light to start with. I mean, you're just going to get better with time. And I think it's important to always be putting yourself out there and keeping people in the know of what's going on in your business. You want to always have your face out there in front of them so you're not forgotten, and just have fun with it. Just don't take yourself too seriously. I just envision whenever I'm typing up a post that I'm speaking to my friends.
Julia has made plenty of friends over at Maypop, from the customers to the vendors to the staff. She said she wouldn't be able to come up with all the fun social media ideas without the input of Maypop staff. And being an expert isn't just about knowing the business really well. It's also about knowing your customers really well.
Our cafe team, they do a really good job with providing people suggestions on what they may like as far as the drinks go. All of the syrups that we use to flavor the coffees are all handmade there in the cafe by our team. And even the teas, a lot of them are herbal teas, so they can help with certain things. And they always give great suggestions to our customers when they come in. We do see a lot of reviews from people that have mentioned that in the past. So that's very helpful for people when they can't decide. And then they just voice their opinion. This is what I love. This is what I get every time, and try to connect with them on that. And then in our greenhouse, in our garden center, oh gosh, they're all so very educated on plants. It's awesome.
A stellar staff is truly the backbone of every successful business. And Angela echoes this sentiment, saying there's a commendable level of professionalism at Maypop.
They're professional, so I trust that they know what they're talking about too. I wouldn't just take the word off of the street, but going there, I felt a little more educated. And they gave ideas on things that they liked. So, yeah, the hibiscus tea, I was hesitant on getting that, but it was delicious. It was very refreshing. And I think that was the move that we needed to make before going outside in the heat.
Julia is in charge of responding to Maypop's Yelp reviews, and she doesn't miss an opportunity to let staff know both the positive and critical feedback they've received.
Every time I see them come in, I'm the one that's usually responding to all of them. I just try to stay on top of it and give them our feedback on their review as soon as they come in. And we have these cute little notes that it looks like a little speech bubble. And I write the reviews on that pad of paper, and then we put it in the staff room so the staff can see reviews.
And Angela leaving a review for Maypop was a no brainer. She said while it's important to leave constructive feedback, it's also just as useful to amplify a great experience. And what made it so special? Reviews like Angela's challenge the team at Maypop to top themselves every week, making customers come back for more.
Yes, that is one thing that we like to do. We like to switch things up and keep things always changing things and keeping things fun. Every week, whenever I come in on Monday, especially in the garden center, they've moved things around and their displays and making it so when you come in, it feels new and fresh. So that's always evolving around at Maypop, always trying to do better.
And that concludes our episode. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to take a thing or two away to implement in your own life. Whether it's a new idea that you can bring back to your business or a fresh perspective on how to be a positive influence as a consumer, we share these stories to inspire and create more meaningful connections in your local community.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
This episode featured a conversation with Julia Valleroy, the administrative coordinator of Maypop, as well as Angela P., a reviewer living in St. Louis. Special thanks to Aaron Palmero, who helped write this episode. To learn more about the story, head to yelp.com/behind the review and check out the guest details and episode takeaways. And don't forget to subscribe to the show on your favorite listening platform so you get an alert each Thursday that we drop a new episode. To claim your own Yelp business page and start engaging with consumers, visit business.yelp.com. Our theme song is performed by Ali Schwartz and produced by Robbie G of Messerol Sound.